We believe that IT is going to everything as a service, software as a service, information as a service, process as a service, platform and infrastructure as a service. We need to define all of those service types, standardize around those, and then mobilize them and move them out of our own data centers where, if those activities are commodity or utility, they can be performed at a much lower cost at the same level of security and reliability, because in doing that you then free up money to invest in higher value activity. You can have all forms of content, whether it's an application function, whether it's some content interaction or data interaction. Those are the highest value services, and you can either invest in those services and run them inside the corporation, or for some very specialist types, there are plenty of examples of application as a service or information as a service available from third-party providers. We have human resource, we have financial planning, we have cash management, we have content management, we have CRM, all available as application as a service, both for the corporation and for our customers. Some of them are provided by us from our cloud, and some are provided for us by other parties from the cloud. And we started at infrastructure and platform as a service. We have applications that we need to migrate to new flexible platforms. We have infrastructure that needs to be standardized around the ability to move different types of services or different types of workload from one domain to another. And the most obvious examples are where we have virtualized services and then we work to mobilize those services, which means taking them out of the machines that they were doing work, standardizing the machines around x86, and then being able to move from internal servers to external servers, and then being able to orchestrate, which means switch between service providers. So you actually need an integration layer that allows you to free up those services. So that integration layer and the orchestration services that sit on that are vital, and you can use a variety of service providers. We've chosen to work with Service Mesh. Fujitsu and Service Mesh and others like Rackspace and GoGrid and others have their own architectures, and they provision certain types of work at the infrastructure and platform level. They could choose Service Mesh or other providers for orchestration. Fujitsu do use Service Mesh. They also use AWS. AWS is a different architecture, but our agility services in Service Mesh allow us to use third-party providers like Amazon. It's pretty straightforward, and I would encourage anybody to consider moving workloads out of their own data centers into service providers like GoGrid or Rackspace. There are many different colo cloud providers now, and using software and other capabilities from companies like Service Mesh allow IT organizations to be more agile and shift workloads out of their own data centers and into third-party data centers to free up capital and allow for investment in higher value services.